for it. And you know, it's time. It really is time for a changing of the guard. It's time for a changing of how we are moving the community forward. I thank Nora Campos for her years of service. She's going to have now 10 years, complete 10 years, because she came in on the middle of a term. I thank her for that. She's going to be running for another office. God bless, and may the best work out. But in this case, District 5, we're ready for a change. We're ready for a new emphasis on what it means for the grassroots leaders to step forward in our community. And I want to tell you that our family, Los Herreras, we have been here since 1952. We knew this area when it was orchards and fields. I picked prunes, and you know, there's a handout there that shows a picture with me and my father and one of my brothers picking prunes. My point is, we are part of this community. We're part of the very earth here, and we've always cared. In 1998, the Herreras were honored as Hispanic Family of the Year for one reason. It's because our family has been year after year contributing and serving and looking for ways to strengthen the community. So this is not new with this campaign. It's a continuation. It's a continuation of a whole service to the community that we know can never end. You know, to the very last, our family, Los Herreras, are going to continue to step forward when we're needed, step forward where we're needed, and the same is true for each of you. We cannot do this alone. We can only do it working together. So let me just say that for District 5, I think it's important to be focusing on the safety of our neighborhoods, and that means that the gangs cannot be allowed to win. They must be stepped back. They must be put in their proper place, which is living their lives peacefully and not in any gang-oriented or violence-oriented way. Our family has been touched by this tragedy of the growth of gangs. I have a nephew right now sitting in a state prison because he was lured by the idea that somehow being macho and looking to exert power or to use violence was somehow in any way attractive. Well, we've got to take our message to our kids, starting from elementary school, especially in the middle school, that there is a community life here that we all can build together, and it is not about violence. It is not about turf. It is about family, and it is about community. And so gang prevention, a strong part of what any leader and any community and any neighborhood association needs to be about. And also we need a change in police-community relations. There has to be a change. The police and the community cannot be at odds. We need to be in partnership. That means opening up a new conversation with the police rank and file, with the police leadership, with neighborhood leaders, with people who have had experiences, quite frankly, that they should not occur in our neighborhoods on the streets. There is a better way to have peace and safety in our community, but it means that the police and the community need to be working together and as one, and the only way we can get there is by reaching out. We need to reach out to the police command structure and to the police rank and file with the messages that we care about the well-being of police officers. We care about what they're charged to do in our community, and in return, we need to have respect for our people on the street, in our communities, in our neighborhoods. There is a standard that even they will say is the standard that we need to uphold. So a new era of police-community relations, and schools will always be a centerpiece in our community, but they can only thrive if we help sustain them through advocacy for the resources that they need, through involvement of our parents in our neighborhoods. Schools will always be vital, and part of our campaign is going to be bringing a message forth for our schools. And finally, I'm going to keep it brief today actually, but the idea that our community cannot only be guided by political power brokers. In fact, the strength and the wisdom of the community is at the grassroots level, at the neighborhood level. And we need to find those leaders and mentor them and bring them forth. The next time there's a city council race, we should have 5, 10 people stepping forward that bring their ideas. There shouldn't be just 1 or 2 people running for office. And I'm saying that as someone who probably would benefit by fewer people running, but I think the community benefits by more leaders stepping forward. And that means we need to find them, we need to mentor them, we need to grow them. A leadership academy for District 5 is going to be a part of what I'll be pressing for in our community so that we can grow the cadre of leaders in our community. And so in terms of the citywide issues, San Jose, in a very interesting way, is among the oldest and newest of California cities. We were established back in the 1800s or the 1700s?
1777.
1777.
Yeah.
All right. El Pueblo de San Jose has been here for a long time, but at the same time, we're emerging as a new city. We're the 10th largest city in the nation, but people still think that San Francisco somehow is the epicenter. San Francisco fell way behind. They're now under 700,000 population. The economic indicators moved south 15 years ago, so much that within the past 5 years, the Census Department and the Department of Commerce changed officially the designation to the San Jose Bay Area, not the San Francisco Bay Area. It is in the South Bay, in Silicon Valley, in San Jose, that the real impact is now anchored. And it is where the future continues to emerge. And so, as a city, both old and new, it is our opportunity as a people to shape the nature and the character of this city and of this community. What kind of city do we want? We don't want congestion. We don't want, growth for its own sake. We want smart growth that is near transportation corridors. We want planned development so that there are parks and open space, and we take care of our people with libraries and the basic services that give a quality of life. And so all of this can happen. We have a task force going on at the city level called 2040, Envision 2040, which is looking forward to the year 2040. How can we be thoughtful about our growth? And so what I'd like to see then is this smart growth. We want to have an airport that really matches the full potential of our city as a metropolitan area. It continues to be a challenge in this economy to bring that airport forward, but a world-class airport is something that we need. We actually, I've become convinced, need a ballpark and a sports team that'll help bring the community together, because sports is one of those things that unites people across every sector. And so I want to see that occurring in our city. I think that one thing that motivates me most to continue in public office, I now have, I'm in my 19th year. Next year I'll be completing 20 years as a trustee for the Eastside Union High School District. I've done it actually joyfully. Sometimes the heat is so intense in the kitchen you wonder why you stay in. And this is one of those times where the heat's been ratcheting up little by little for all leaders in the Eastside Union High School District. But deep in my heart is a belief that we build our community week by week, month by month, year by year, and moment by moment, with what is in front of us that needs to be done. I enjoy the public conversation. I enjoy being a part of people coming together. And so most what is important to me is that a community voice gather itself in such a way that it is heard even more powerfully than backroom dealers and power brokers and folks who already have their ideas of what needs to happen. But as more and more people step forward and participate, as more and more the community voice is heard, I believe the collective wisdom of the community really does help set the right priorities and really does help clarify the vision for this community and for its future. So it's important that